What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 13 of our Pokémon HeartGold Generations walkthrough. In the previous video, we defeated Gym Leader Price and his mighty Ice-type Pokémon. We also made our way to the radio tower where Team Rocket had taken over. We had to go and work our way through all the Team Rocket admins and get rid of them out of Goldenrod City. But now we have flown to Mahogany Town and we can finally continue on with the new route. Before it was blocked by the guy selling Rage candy bars. But once you complete the Team Rocket Radio Tower mission, the new route becomes unlocked. So we're going to explore and try and make our way to the next city in today's episode. I believe the next city is Blackthorn City and it is home to the Dragon-type Gym Leader Clair, if I'm not mistaken, and she is the final gym leader that we need to take on to get the 8th gym badge. So I can't wait to see if it's the same in this game. But now we have just arrived at the Ice Path, and this is a cave that we've got to work our way through in order to reach Blackthorn City, and I believe it's kind of like a puzzle. So there are a couple puzzles that we need to work through sliding on the ice. As you can see, it starts off pretty easy, but the puzzles will get slightly more difficult as we go. We've just picked up HM07 Waterfall, which you need, so make sure you go and pick up that item. It's crucial. This guy even lets you know in case. We head down a ladder to the next floor of the ice path, and here you're going to need to use HM Strength. As you can see, there are a whole bunch of rocks to push and a whole bunch of holes. And I think you've got to push every single stone into every hole. And that's going to make your next puzzle way easier. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. I just pushed this stone a little too far. You got to be so careful when maneuvering these stones not to push them not even once in the wrong direction, because then you'll have to start again. But you can reset the stones by leaving and re-entering the scene again. So we're going to just move some of the stones in that we can, and then we'll leave and return and complete the others. So there we have pushed one of the stones in, and we have pushed the second stone in. There is a third here on the far right. We just need to try and figure out how to get it all the way down and into that hole. If we can get that one in, then there's only one left for us to do. So it's not too difficult, you just have to be careful that you don't push it too far. And there we have pushed the third one in the hole. You can also drop down in the hole to the next floor. And here you will see your stones and how they are helping you complete this puzzle. So we can't complete the puzzle yet without finishing that last stone. So we go back upstairs, and as you can see, the one stone that we haven't done has been reset. So now we can attempt it again. Last time we just pushed it once too far, and that pretty much ruined it for us. But this time we'll be more careful. Hopefully we can get it in. And then we'll head downstairs and try and complete that tricky puzzle. I've just had a look of how to do it, and I think you can go down below the hole in order to get around it. And we've done it. That's all of the boulders. We dropped down the hole, and now we've got to try figure out how to do this puzzle. The stones that we dropped in have helped us a whole bunch. And there we have completed it. We picked up a full heal, and we've made our way downstairs to another level. There is a little item for you to pick up here. You've just got to go around if you don't want to use Rock Smash. We go up a ladder to another level of the ice path. And there's a ladder there for you to go to the next stage, but there is an item here for you to try and pick up. So I do want to try and get this item if we can. It's TM72, which is Avalanche. Once you've got that, you can go up the ladder to another level. Now this item had me really confused. I wasn't sure how to actually pick it up. I think you've got to try push the stone down or something. But it's really confusing. I don't know how to get that item. If someone else knows how to get it, please let us know down below. But we go up the ladder and we have found a kimono girl, and it looks like she is stuck. So she asks if we can push her to get her out of it. And we do that and she's very grateful. There's an item here to pick up as well, so I want to try and get that item if we can. It looks really confusing though. It is another tricky puzzle, but we might have to come back and get that item. But we have exited the ice path and we have finally reached Blackthorn City. There's loads for us to explore in this new city, so we're going to go into every single house and chat to everyone. The first house has a woman who wants to make a trade for you, and another girl in the house says she'll give you an item once you have trained your Pokemon a little bit stronger. So you must need to have reached like some certain EV points or level to get the item from her. But we have arrived at Blackthorn City Pokemon Center. We've healed up our team and we're chatting to everyone inside here. And then we can exit and continue exploring. It looks like there's a Pokemon there for us, and we haven't found the gym yet, so we'll have to see if we can find it. We collect the gifts that our mother left for us at the Pokemon from the guy with the red clothing. And we get a whole bunch of berries and potions and things, so not too bad. We haven't visited him in a while. We chat to the other people in the Pokemon and we just see what all they're selling. If we do need to stock up on anything, now is the chance. You can also buy like a Mega Ring, which will allow you to Mega Evolve. So we're definitely going to buy that. I think it's free from the Pokemon. So I don't know if we can use Mega Evolutions already, or maybe we'll be able to do it really soon. We enter a house and there's an old lady here with a Dratini. We chat to her and it looks like we have found the Blackthorn gym. We chat to the guy outside and he tells us that Claire is waiting for us in the gym. So that's good news. We can actually take her on. There isn't any little side quest for us to do. But there is a bit of a puzzle, and this puzzle can be quite tricky. As you can see, there are a whole bunch of floating platforms and 2 direction buttons. So you might have to move the platform and switch the direction of it in order to reach the next platform. I wanted to test out what the teleportation pad does, but it just takes you back to the start. So we're going to try and figure our way through and figure out how to connect these floating platforms to the next area. It can be quite frustrating trying to work it out, but I'm sure we will get there in the end. You just got to turn them around a few times and be patient. We've reached the second platform and taken on 3 more trainers. So we are getting a whole bunch of experience and training about Pokemon. But now we've reached the final and the most tricky part of the puzzle. We have to try and get this platform through the little gap and then still try and position it to attach to the land at the top. We've got to try go to the right of it and slide it in there. This final part did take me a few attempts to try and get right, but we finally got it in the end, and I can't wait to see what Pokemon Clair uses. We have arrived at Clair, we chat to her, and she's eager to battle. So let's see what the final gym leader has in store. Her first Pokemon she has sent out is a level 42 Gyarados that has just Mega Evolved. So that's not good. We do have Tropius up front, so Tropius's grass-type moves should be really effective. Claire all of a sudden swaps out Mega Gyarados and swaps in Dragonair, which is level 42, and Dragonair knows some fire attacks, so we're in a bit of trouble with Tropius being a grass type, but I'm hoping Tropius can at least cause a bit of damage. Claire used a Hyper Potion on Dragonair, and now she has swapped it out and swapped in an Aerodactyl. So I don't know what she is doing. It looks like she's swapping out her Pokemon a whole bunch. I'm not sure if it's a part of her strategy, but she has sent out an Aerodactyl, and we have sent out Greninja. Greninja has knocked out Aerodactyl, and now she has sent out Dragonair again. So we've decided to swap in Swampert, and Swampert has one-shotted Dragonair. The next Pokemon Claire is sending out is a level 45 Kingdra. So you just gotta be cautious of all her swaps. She does want to try and keep the type advantage against us, but you've got to swap around your Pokemon too, just stay on top of it. And it looks like our Swampert is doing some serious damage to Kingdra. We get hit with a hydro pump, but it doesn't cause all that much damage. And Kingdra has knocked us out, so it looks like we're going to send out Greninja next to try and finish off Kingdra. Luckily, our water Pokemon aren't taking crazy damage from these dragon Pokemon. It doesn't seem like the water-type Pokemon are weak to any of their attacks. And Greninja has knocked out Kingdra. Greninja only has 5 HP left. And now Claire has sent out her Mega Gyarados again. We get one little attack in and we paralyze Gyarados. The next Pokemon we send out is Revavroom, which is level 45. And Revavroom knocks out Mega Gyarados with a Poison Jab. The next Pokemon Claire sends out is a level 43 Drampa, which I believe is an underrated Pokemon. And I think Drampa has just received a new Mega Evolution in Pokemon Legends ZA. I haven't even seen it yet, but I've heard it looks pretty cool. Our Revavroom gets knocked out, but we have sent out Oranguru to try and finish Drampa off. We try hit Drampa with our Zen Headbutt moves, and with 3 attacks we have knocked it out and we have defeated Gym Leader Clair. I can't believe it, we've done it. We have earned all 8 gym badges. And she's also rewarded us with a TM, so this is great news. In the next episode, I'm guessing we're going to have to head back home and try and make our way to Victory Road. Before Claire actually gives us anything, we are told to come to the cave, the Dragon's Den behind the gym. I believe we've got to meet up with Claire here and then she will officially give us the badge. You can also find a revive hiding in that one stone, as well as a calcium. There are a couple items to pick up here in the Dragon's Den, and you can find some cool Pokemon hiding in here. So if you want to spend a bit of time to look for a cool Pokemon or two, definitely do so. You can find some interesting dragon types in here. We have explored the back of the shrine, but we actually have to go around to try and reach the front. We take on a tag team battle in order to pick up this max elixir, and there is a little section where we have to use Whirlpool in order to reach the shrine. So we use it and make our way through, and we can actually go and explore inside the shrine. I just want to go around and see if there's anything else for us to pick up. And yes, we have found a Dragon Fang, so that's a useful hold item if you have any dragon moves or dragon Pokemon in your team. We explore the other little area here but don't find anything. And now we enter the shrine and we chat to one of the elders in here. And he asks us a couple questions. They're pretty straightforward. So you've got to answer, I think, 3 or 4 questions. And if you answer them to his satisfaction, he will award us the gym badge along with Gym Leader Clair. So we have chatted to him and we have answered all the questions correctly. And Claire comes and asks him if I have passed the test. And she is super shocked to hear that I have. So she gives us the gym badge finally. She also gives us a TM. And we can now use Waterfall outside of battle. The elder here tells us about the legendary Pokemon Lugia. So we're going to have to try and see if we can find Ho-Oh and Lugia soon. That will be really cool if we can try and catch them and add them to our team. But now we're going to get out of here. Before we leave, we chat to Claire and she gives us the TM now. I thought we got it earlier, but she actually gives it to you now as you leave. And she tells us that we need to reach Victory Road by taking Route 27. I believe that is off New Bark Town, our hometown. Professor Elm calls us, so we're going to have to head back home regardless. So this episode has been jam-packed and a lot of fun. We're going to end things off here. Thanks for watching.